Well, we're going to talk a little bit about a couple of things in thread. Originally published in Fly Tire magazine, and then we'll throw a couple other things in just into the mix just for the fun of it. All right, we've advanced our thread back to the position right in the middle of the area. We'll call that the body area. And this is going to be a royal wolf when we get done, but for right now we're talking about the thread. We got a decision to make here. There's a little tag piece of thread that I'm holding up. It's, are you a breaker or a cutter? That's the question we have. And we always cut our thread simply because if you break it off, sometimes it will weaken the thread here at the back and your fly can start to unravel. Or, I know this would never happen to any of you, but we keep our scissors in our right hand, and when you come forward like this to break, you could stab yourself. Now, I know it'll never happen to you, but it did to us. Anyway, so what we do is we always cut it. Personal choice. If you're a cutter, you'll probably stay that way, and if you're a breaker, you're probably not going to follow what we tell you to do on this in any case. Now, through the magic of video, we've added a tail, trimmed off the waist, and we're going to change thread to a different color. We'll explain why in just a moment, but for right now, let's talk about if you accidentally break your thread. So, I'm just going to accidentally break it with my scissors. Whoops. Oh, first thing you do is bring your finger in and stop the fly from unraveling. And then what do you do from here? Oh, wow. Well, the easiest thing is to just take a pair of hackle pliers and use their weight to temporarily hold the thread while you reattach the same color thread or put on a different color thread, which is what we're going to do now. And this is going to continue with our royal wolf pattern. And we like to tie the wing on with white thread. And you'll see why here in just a minute. Let's go ahead now. The way you recover with a broken thread or changing thread is to wrap over the original, and now we've switched colors. Now we're going to advance our thread forward to the 1/3 position where we're going to put on our wings. Okay, at this point I've already got a bundle of calf tail hair. I cleaned it and stacked it, and we're going to get ready to tie it on the hook. And we want the wing to be equal to the length of the hook shank. And I really have a hard time eyeballing that for some reason. So I use this really expensive gauge made out of a hook and a hackle pliers. I'll set that aside. Now I'll go ahead and wrap that into place. Trim off the waist and kind of blend the two hairs together, the waist from the tail and the waist from the wing. Now I'm going to stand this bundle up and wrap a thread dam in front that will force that hair to kind of stand up a bit. All right, here we go. That's looking pretty good. And now I'm going to turn this around so you can see what I'm doing. I kind of give that vise a little twist. And I'll divide my hair. But divide that hair bundle into 2 bundles for the 2 wings. And I'll take a couple of turns in between each, just to kind of separate them a little bit. And then I'm going to turn this to make sure you can see what I'm doing. I'll turn this a bit and wrap a thread post, if you will, around that offside wing, and I'll set it in place. And now I'm going to wrap a thread post around the near side wing, and I'll set that in place as well. And well, we've got a wild one right up here. We'll trim that out. I got a few more on the offside wing than I do on the near side, so that's why God gave us scissors, is to get rid of any extra materials that we don't want. And that'll give us a set of wings that look fairly well. But now we need to make a change. Again, just like we did before, we've got our thread hanging here behind the wings, and we're going to switch back to black thread to finish the fly. Well, we jab it here in front, come around behind, and wrap back to grasp the white, wrapping back to meet the black from the tail. Now I'll just quickly trim before we get to that position. Set that down and then blend the two back together. We've got a nice black underbody, but when we look at the wing on the finished fly, we'll have black in the back, back in the front, because that's the way we're going to finish the fly, but the wings will be divided not with black thread but with white. And once again, through the magic of video, we've got our completed royal wolf. You and only you know that we've got black and white both under there, but I want you to notice something. When you look down on those wings, there isn't any little black strands of thread wrapping around them. It looks like they were just magically divided when all we had to do was switch to white thread for a short time.